Okay, there we go. We are live. So we are now at episode 43. How you doing this week, Dinte?
I'm doing fine, Brett. How about yourself?
Well, it was nice and sunny for most of the week last week. It's now been gray all day.
Oh, fun. Yeah, apparently we're getting some kind of storm passing over us.
If I remember correctly, okay, if I remember correctly, New Zealand has that thing where where whatever season is up here, it's kind of like the opposite for you guys. Like when it's summer up here, it's winter down there. So
Yeah, that's right.
if we're about to be entering into, if we're just getting spring started out here, that means it's fall for you. It's autumn for you, right?
Yep. Yep, that's correct.
You guys get storms in autumn?
We get storms all year round pretty much. I mean, they can come in the summer. It's just yeah. It all depends on what's going on really.
I
But
would imagine.
it's not uncommon.
I would
It's
imagine
not
it's.
uncommon.
I would imagine summer's worse because, I know in the Pacific, depending on where you are, you can get shit like typhoons. For those of you who don't know, a typhoon is like a hurricane, except it happens in the Pacific.
Yep. You've got all that ocean water for it to fucking feed on.
Yeah. Actually, does that really ever happen down in New Zealand? You get a typhoon?
Not where I am. I know Auckland got hit pretty bad a few years ago and it had some flooding, but yeah, it's nothing like considerably bad happens here. There was a big windstorm when I was back in my old town back in 2008, and that took down some trees and a couple of buildings, and that's the worst I've ever seen it.
Damn.
Yeah.
The past 2 years, the worst weather Washington has had was just a forest fire that lasted over a week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's like, no, I didn't have to deal with it where I live, but I was dealing with the effects of it. Basically, you'd have like this blanket of haze that just covers the sky for over a week.
Wow.
And I think I think it starts like all the way down in California and travels all the way up to Washington. I mean, it makes sense down in California because shit can get dry out there.
Yeah, I can imagine. And that doesn't help. So
Nope. Yeah, California gets wildfires like every summer, I think.
jeez. You can get wildfires here, but of course nowhere near as bad as what you're describing.
Fuck, I think California gets it worse than Washington does, just because the tree. I think the trees burn real easily down there, and easily, and like I said, because it's that much closer to because it's that much closer to the Gulf of Mexico and shit. It's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and there's also a lot of desert land in California. It's just and like parts of it are like super dry. It's just like a little spark is all it takes just to start a wildfire.
Fun
And like
times.
yeah, I
Fun
think there's
times.
there's even a wind that gets it started called a sundowner.
Okay, how does that work?
We pull that up. And in case and for people who played like Metal Gear Rising, yeah, that's where Sundowner gets his name from.
I never played that one.
Actually, I liked it for what it was.
I just don't really like Raiden that much.
I think it got better. Like, I mean, I can understand if like Metal Gear Solid 2 just left such a bad taste in your mouth with where his character was concerned. It's like, yeah, I mean, because that was like everybody's introduction to him, and let's face it, he was a bitch in that game.
Yeah.
So if it just soured you on him that much, it's like I'd say like he got better around Metal Gear Solid 4 and then really got good at Metal Gear Rising, but if you hated Metal Gear Solid 2 that much, and I'm sorry, buddy, I can't help you.
Yeah, I didn't really like him that much in Sons of the Patriot either. I mean, like, he was a little better, but it just felt, like, oh, we got to force this character to be this badass. It came off as too forced for me, so I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah. Pulling it up right now. And by the way, Sundowner, northerly offshore wind in Santa Barbara, California, occurs in a region of high pressure, is directly north of the sea, the coast of which trends east-west. This contrasts to the more typical onshore flow. The winds blow with greatest force when the pressure gradient is perpendicular to the annex of the San Ynez Mountains, which rise directly behind Santa Barbara. These winds often precede Santa Ana events by a day or two, as it is normal for high-pressure areas to migrate east, causing the pressure gradients to shift to the northeast. Sundowners are particularly dangerous during wildfire season because the air heats and dries as it descends from the mountains to the sea. Gale force hot, dry winds can make firefighting impossible. A sundowner quickly burned a swath from the mountains through populated areas and across Highway 101 into Hope Ranch during the 1990 Painted Cave fire. The most intense periods of the Jesuitas fire's destruction have also been blamed on sundowner winds. Sherpa fire grew to 4,000 acres overnight due to the sundowner winds, destroying the water system for El Capitan State Beach at the beginning of the 2016 fire season. Shit, I think that's when I was. That's when I was. I was like when I was in Washington, shortly after I moved to Washington. The etymology of the word sundowner is uncertain, but it may derive from the Spanish term zonda or the Arabic simum. I don't know, which are both similar wind phenomena. It is also typically the case that sundowner winds commence in the evening, right around sunset or sundown, when onshore sea breezes abate and offshore flows, such as the sundowners pick up. So yeah, what? Yeah, that's right. Because California has a wildfire season.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, it makes sense.
All I can say is it's one more reason for me to feel glad I don't live down in California.
Yeah. Oh god, and they're right on a plate fault as well, aren't they?
You mean on an active fault line? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are on. The whole state is on an active fault line.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, also that's one of the ones that connects to the Ring of Fire, which we're on as well. So like, oh, fucking crazy.
Sure. Hey, yes. Like I said, like up here, we've had like really bad wildfires the past couple summers that I was here at least. Don't know if that's new or not. I'd have to look more into that. Although the rainfall in Western Washington can be pretty awful, depending on the time of year.
Yeah. Oh god. Hold on.
That one you can definitely relate to since.
Yeah, I can. We get a lot of rain here. Oh god damn it, man. Hold on.
All right, while Dinte deals with that, I'm gonna try. Well, chat's dead. Let's at least see if there's anything interesting on the Twitter for me to react to.
Okay, I apologize. Neighbor's cutting his grass and he was just going past my window.
I didn't really notice that, but thanks anyway.
Right.
All right, so I got some good news.
What's that? And you appear to be gone again. Okay, Brett will return with his good news shortly, I hope. Oh, the technical issues we have on this show, I tell you. Yeah, he's just frozen. He won't be long, people, and he's going to enlighten us with his good news. Hopefully he says good news, so it's bound to be good news once he gets back into the chat, that is.
Okay.
There he is. Okay.
So
And he's gone again. Oh my god, this is not our week. Well, luckily, I think I'm the only one in the chat, and you're going to have to excuse the noise going on outside on my part. Hold on, he's just messaging me. Yeah, he's having some pretty bad technical issues on his part, and I'm getting a lot of background noise on my part. So I apologize, everyone, for the interruptions this week's show. Yeah, these things happen. What can you do?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Number of times that this happens, we don't lose the signal.
Okay.
I'm amazed. Like, how does that keep happening? Like, I will look. How does it we don't lose it?
I don't know. Maybe I have no idea.
I'm not complaining. Fucking, I
No,
am.
I'm not. Some
Yeah,
things you
all
don't
right.
question, you just leave.
Yep. All right.
So the
So
good
this is
news.
what. So this is what the cover that Beth finished for Mythics 1 looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. I mean, yeah. I mean, like it's not finished. Still have to slap on a logo, but I mean, just the image itself looks good.
Yeah, that looks really good. I like that.
Yeah, actually, something that Dan commented on. Like, give me a sec. I'm gonna pull something up.
All right.
Something that Dan commented on was that each of our covers fits our books thematically. And it wasn't something I picked up on, and I'm not even sure if that was something we all did intentionally. It's just how things worked out. Yeah, but yeah. So what Dan? So I'm gonna start screen sharing again.
Okay. Oh dear, he is frozen again, people. I apologize to anyone who is watching this, and he's got something to show us, and I'm sure he'll do it once he gets back. God damn this lawnmower, though.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are. We still hold on. Let me stop. Let me check. Are we still? Okay, we still have the live. The button still says live. Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna reload the page on my end just to be sure. Or we're still going live. Okay, looks like we are. Yeah, everything's still good. This is a hard. Okay, so yeah, everything looks. Yeah, everything looks fine. So everything looks fine right now.
Nope.
All right. Okay, so yeah, okay. Back to screen share. So you have Changeling. You can definitely see the theme. You can definitely see the theme is that the theme is shattered.
Oh, that's nice, man. You still there? No? Okay. Well, I want until Brick gets back. I have to say that is a really impressive looking cover. I mean, we had Ginger on a few weeks back, who was actually enjoying that first live as we were going. But that's the end result, and that looks really good. Going on again. Okay, no, this is weird. What the fuck's going on? Okay, hold up. I don't know what the. I don't know.
Where's Dinte? Oh, wants me to link him because I walked out. Okay, well, all right. So let's see if this fixes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We
All right,
apologize, everyone.
Yep. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like anyone was watching to get a note. Well, there are people who are watching, but none in the comments and have an issue, but we'll try this again. All right, so. Oops, I was wrong. Okay, so we got changeling. You can see that the theme here is shattered.
Yep.
It's not hard to figure that out. Mythics, you can see that Althea's like a font of power. There's a lot of guys how Matt kind of wrote her is like she more gets by using her intelligence.
That's cool.
Yeah, he kind of likens her to being more like a what's the name of that guy from the Agatha Christie novels? I cannot remember his name. He's like a Belgian version of Sherlock Holmes. Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot, that's his name. That's what he said. That's what he said she's like.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got Adobe Kroger, and Adobe's just basically a wall of force. Like you can see the little details, like she's taking gunfire, but it hasn't harmed her one bit.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, this was colored by Brett Smith. Dude's got decades of experience working in the comic industry. He actually offered Dan to color this.
Nice.
It was actually good for us to get him on board because, well, yeah, and like I said, Dan sort of picked up on that, and that wasn't something we sort of planned on doing.
Yeah, it's worked out though.
I'm not. Oh yeah, definitely. And it's just like like I said, they all look good.
No, they do. And,
Yeah, and I think what's also been really good is that what's also been really good is that we're like at least in Marvel's case, they have this trend where the person who does the cover is not the same person who does the interior art. We kind of it's sort of like you have a book that has a really good cover art, and then you open it up and the interior art is not as good. In some cases, it's outright worse.
damn.
I don't know if I don't know if you've seen it, but there's examples of that. Actually, sometimes they even make covers that look more like portfolio pieces. Best way I can put it. Like stuff that was drawn, it wasn't intended to be a cover, but they just slapped it on anyway. Okay, that time I heard a lawn mowing.
Yeah. I apologize. Just let me mute the mic for a minute.
Yeah. And mute. Shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like we kind of went a route where the people who do the artwork also do the cover, because that way you know what you're getting. I mean, the cover is not going to lie to you.
Okay. This is a very bad week for us, but we're gonna press on anyway. Yeah.
This isn't something you. Should I even bother asking if this is something you can fix by closing the window?
The windows are closed. I mean, like, I have to show you a picture, but you'll see the property line. My bedroom window is right next to this guy's fence, and this is where I've got the computer set up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that can't be helped.
No, I could literally reach out the window and my arm would be over his property.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
But he seems to have moved away, so I think we're good now.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, like that's something I'm glad we kind of decided to do, was that the people who do the interior art for the books, they do the covers to it. I think it does a much better job of selling the book because it's a lot more honest.
Yeah. And that's a good way of doing it as well.
Yeah. Actually, I also kind of dig the 3 different styles there are, like, because like Dan's book is a little bit more. Well, Dan's artist Leandro. He's a bit more realistic, but there's a little bit of stylization there. I will let you know off the bat. The interior art is not going to have color. It's going to be black and white, but it is really damn good black and white art. In fact, when Sam actually took a look at it, it said it reminded him of manga art. Let me show you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with black and white. I mean, yeah, as long as it's done well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what the interior art of Adobe Kroger looks like.
Oh, that looks great. No, that looks really good.
I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
Look at that fucking detail.
I know, it's good.
Yeah, like I said, it's more realistic, a lot more detailed, and the hard black and whites, I think, actually with very minimal shading. Like I said, when Sam saw it, he said it reminded him of manga art.
Yeah.
All right. You sort of get that vibe too?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Especially when it's got the close up of a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have something to. Well, I know that Dan's guy Leandro is out in the Philippines, so it might. I think there's a little bit of there's a little bit of bleed over from manga and anime over there. Actually,
yeah.
Oh wait, I remember a lot of anime studios do outsource to the Philippines.
That's true. Yes, they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that looks great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And Mythics, on the other hand, I'm not sure I can describe how Beth's, because yeah, Matt has just one person doing it. It's Beth Varney. She literally does the line work, the inks and the colors and the lettering. She does everything. She's like, God, she works. She's probably one of the hardest working women in comics I've ever seen. What? Whoops. Yeah. Not hers is a bit. Her plays, I think, a bit more with atmospherics. It's a little bit more stylized.
Yeah. Oh, it looks good though.
Yeah, it has kind of an indie comic vibe, but it still looks good. I think what she's really good with is the color and atmosphere. And honestly, this isn't even the best. This was like the only one I had on hand, but actually, yeah, there is a better one I can pull up that shows it off a lot better. I'll have to dig through Matt's Twitter. Give me a moment, because I think Matt posted it somewhere. It'll take me a while. Ah, here, I found it.
All right.
All right. That was actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. Yeah. This little thing right here would be a pixie. Whoa, that was a bit. It was a bit much. But yeah. You see the. But you see what I mean when I say she's really good at using color to create atmosphere.
Yep, I do.
Yep. And I don't think I've probably how many times have I showed off what Ginger and Victor do on Changeling? Fuck it, I'll just do it. I'll just do it again. Why not? Because why not? Why the fuck not?
Why not? Go for it.
I'll just pull up what I got on hand. I think it's a real good testament to how well their two styles just gel with each other, though. Let's see. This is one of particular. Let's see. I'm actually going to pull up a couple different ones. Where? Oh, where? Oh, where? Yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's perfect. Yes. So you got this one, which is a bit more bright and shiny, a little more happy, a little more cute. And then switch over, and it's a lot more scary.
That is definitely a change in tone.
Yeah. But yeah, just honestly, I think like even if people are not digging the books, the one thing they're not going to be able to take from them is that they look good.
No, it's going to be hard to argue with. I mean, that's some impressive artwork, isn't it? It really is.
I shit you not. When I showed it all to Sam, he told me like, "I'm blown away. You guys can get artists that good when Marvel can't."
Yeah. Well, they tend to rush their stuff nowadays, don't they?
Well, more like they go, not just rush. They also kind of go cheap out, for lack of a better term.
True.
Like anyone they can give it work to for like $100 an hour. I mean, $100 a page. I mean, and you sort of get what you pay for.
That you do. I must say I haven't really followed the Marvel comics in the longest time, so
Yeah, well,
yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't say they can still put out some good books here and there, but I would say the quality by and large has gone down considerably.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I saw a recent one they did on Captain Marvel trying to reboot her story again. It just looks fucking awful. There's some videos about that one.
Yeah, it's just exactly. Like, actually, I think they've rebooted the Captain Marvel series at least Oh, I lost track, but I think it's like somewhere around 6 or 7 times. Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
not going to work.
no, it's not. Although from what I've been hearing, from what I've been hearing though, I've been still keeping up with with Zach. Well, his YouTube channel used to be Diversity in Comics, and now it's turned into, and now it's become Comics Matter with your boy Zach. But yeah, he put out a video saying that he has a feeling that Disney is going to be changing Marvel and not in the way that SJWs like.
Oh, well, that will probably be for the best, to be honest. And I'll
Well,
wait for the backlash on that one.
oh yeah, well, yeah. What do you think is going to be happening? Is first of all, Disney is going to be having Marvel close up shop in New York and move over to California, and not only that, they're probably also going to be letting go of a lot of people who were just not bringing them money.
Well,
Hey, at least then they'll actually be focusing on what matters, the sales. Because I think I've had this conversation on a I had this conversation over on the Wicked podcast a while ago, a couple of weeks ago, or was it 4 weeks ago? We do it twice a month. And I think what I remember saying was that it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the amount of positive reviews your book gets don't matter. What matters is how many units did you sell.
yeah, that's true. That's the truth of it as well.
I mean, you shouldn't discount reviews because like that is one way of how people gauge a product's quality. I mean, I've probably bought more than a few things based off of reviews someone else did.
Yeah, I get you.
But at the same time, it's not all that matters. You really need, and really, what should be your priority is the sales numbers. And Marvel comics these days do not sell.
No, they do not.
Although one thing I'm gonna I have to begrudgingly admit that Marvel still has over like pretty much anyone in the indie scene. They still have distribution.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? That's a big thing.
Yeah, that's what makes it so hard to. That is what makes it so hard for indie people to compete with. Is just we do not have the resources to widely to distribute as far as we'd like to. Wicked's trying to work up. Wicked's trying to find a way to to do that. I mean, like for one thing, one thing we really have working against us is that we can't print internationally.
Ouch.
Yeah. So pretty much all of Wicked's printing being done in the States, and I mean we're trying to figure out we are trying to figure out a way to get back past that, and hopefully we will someday.
Yep. But for now you're kind of stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I've also seen some good work coming from alternate comics. Peter Simeti is trying to set up his own distribution network. That could be a real game changer in the indie scene. At least it at least gives indie folks a fighting chance.
Sure.
Because one of the hardest things you have to contend with when you're indie is that if you can't go through Diamond, which is like the distribution company for the comics industry right now. If you cannot go through Diamond, you're effectively stuck.
Oh, that sucks. That does majorly suck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say that like Diamond has like a monopoly because it's kind of a thing where they do and they don't. It's like saying Diamond has a monopoly on comic book distribution is like saying WWE has a monopoly on professional wrestling. Kind of do, but it's not an actual monopoly. Like it's like they don't control all the distribution. Just
Yeah.
you can't. It's just like it's just more like if you can't get there, you can't get through. If you can't get through Diamond, you can't really make it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you there.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. I mean, that's just how bad I got it out in the States. I can only imagine like how much it would suck if you tried doing it out in New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start. I might like I could do a little research on that and probably have something for next week on that, but
Yeah.
yeah, it wouldn't be good. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm hoping we could do. Oh, and something that Wicked's able to do later down the line is that we're able to maybe like hook up with international printers that can at least so that we can because I think if we can do that, I mean the big snag in that plan is that maintaining quality control. Well, because
Yeah.
Wicked does all the printing out in the States right now, they're able to control the quality a lot better. If the, hooking up with international printers, it's kind of taking that's kind of taking a taking a it's kind of taking a risk because you don't know because there's nobody there to
Yeah.
supervise the process. So that's why as much well it would kind of solve one problem that's kind of like the one hurdle we had to get past.
It would open up a whole bunch of new ones, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, hopefully with what Peter Simeti's doing over at Alterna, and hopefully as Wicked starts bringing in more money as the years go on, this will be something we do manage to solve.
Yeah, well, hopefully, because it'd be good for you to get a good
Yeah,
worldwide dispute going.
yeah, because otherwise we're gonna have to print everything in the States, so and shipping internationally is expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm just saying, like having experienced this with buying Sam a new laptop through Amazon, those importation fees will get you.
Yeah. They do it by weight, don't they?
Yeah, they
Like,
do, and like,
yeah.
oh god, if you're ordering by bulk, shipping shipping internationally, just like one like a single book, maybe it's not that expensive, but like you start adding them up, and that's when
Yeah.
that's where you start seeing it gets expensive. Because like,
Yeah.
let me put it like just for just as an example, let's say it costs like let's say it costs like 10 and bucks to ship one comic internationally, not just if it's just one. Okay, that's doesn't seem like it's a big deal. That's just one book. Let's say we get about like let's say get about 50 you get about 50 people out in New Zealand who want one. Then you starts piling up,
Yeah.
which is why we gotta figure out a way to solve that problem. That's like it's the thing with making with being an indie creator. big challenge. Like, there's a lot of challenges that go into being an indie creator. Like, you are basically doing it all out of your own pocket. If you're a writer, you have to pay your artists, you have to pay your letterers, you have to pay. And then that's just one. That's like only half the problem taken care of. Then you got to start dealing with things like shipping and distribution, which hurts you even more when you have when you have a day job that's kind of supporting it.
Yeah.
It's like, I almost want to say it's like the industry is designed to make you want to quit.
Oh, no pain, no gain, I guess. But yeah.
I mean, fuck. I mean, like, I am so close to having this thing finished. I'm so close to having this thing I am so close to having this thing getting finished. Like, I just can't quit now.
No.
Especially when we get the Kickstarter about to go live in about 2 weeks.
Isn't it next week? The 5th of
It's
April?
April 5th.
Yeah, it's next week.
Oh, well, I say 2 weeks because, like, it's not going to be a week till Friday.
Okay, yeah, well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so April is gonna be a fun month. That is. Okay. I mean, Matt, Dan, and I have we've been breaking our backs getting the hype train going.
Yeah, you got a lot of followers, you said, didn't you?
Between the three of us, it's a lot. Let's say, let me think. Like, I gotta make sure I got the numbers correct, because even though I've got around 900. Dan and Matt both have a little over 1,000. Let's see, that's 200. Okay, Dan's got about 243, followed by 243 people that follow me. Matt has 261. Okay, so if I'm doing the math right, that is between 1 and 3,000 people, which is good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
although to be honest, follower count does not translate into dollars. That's what we have to keep our eyes out for. But it'll still, but we're still pretty well connected. We've made some good. We've hooked up with some good people.
Sweet.
So yeah,
that's cool, man.
So yeah, I have a pretty good feeling it's gonna do just fine.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be supporting you guys on the Kickstarter on the following week, because again, I get paid on the 10th of April. So
that thing's gonna be up for a month. You'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, I'll definitely be putting something towards you guys, because
right.
Yeah, I want to see this do well.
Yeah, like I said, we got. I think what I think is really going to help sell people on it is just the amount of options you've got, because you start out $1. It's just a personalized thank you email with a chibi image of Maeve, Althea, and Adobe. It's just that you just want to support the book or the project and nothing else. $5 gets you digital downloads of all 3 books, and we've got an $8 tier, but about 3 different versions of it. So it's like $8 gets you a print copy of the book of your choice plus digital downloads of the other 2. 15 gets you digital downloads of all 3, and 30 gets you print copies with special variant covers, plus that poster by Luigi Terrell from the Rags team. And gotta stress though, prints only available to US backers.
Yeah.
So if you're international, you're probably gonna want to go for the 5 or 15 tier.
Hypothetically though, if I wanted to give you guys, say, the $30 and I said I'm just happy with the digital download, could that be arranged?
Mate, I could probably. I'd have to talk with Matt and Dan, but maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just throwing that question out there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's maybe. Like I said, I'd have to run it by them, but I don't think. But the way I see it is, you should not. Like I said, with the amount of options you've got, you shouldn't have to spend more than you want to.
True.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, actually, I was mistaken. 15 actually gets you digital downloads plus print copies. But yeah, still. So yeah, if you're international, your best options are either 1 or 5, which.
That's still
But
something.
yeah. Although it does look like no matter what you pledge, you are going to get digital downloads. But yeah, it's just.
Yeah, cool.
It's just that. Yeah. So. Yeah. Changing gears for a bit. I was kind of surprised to see on my timeline that Bethesda was now offering Morrowind for free.
Yeah, you let me that before, and
I even said it to Sam because I know it because because Morrowind's like his favorite game of all time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, everything I've heard about Morrowind says it's really good, but like I haven't like most of my experience with Elder Scrolls is with either Oblivion or Skyrim, which I'm kind of ashamed it is. Maybe I should like get the free download of Morrowind while I can. Like,
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it. I mean, it's free, so even if you don't like it, it's no real loss, is it?
no. Although I mean, like the only thing I can see that being an issue is like with kind of how it plays, because the combat's determined by invisible dice rolls, isn't it?
Is that Morrowind? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is
Yeah.
Morrowind. They didn't go
Yeah.
real time. They didn't go real time until Oblivion.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So in other words, just swinging a sword is a little bit of a crapshoot.
That's what also makes it harder because like if you encounter the bigger enemies, you can't really like hit and run as well as you can in like Skyrim and Oblivion.
Yeah, I mean, like at least people sort of might dunk on Skyrim and Oblivion, and and believe me, there's plenty of things to dunk on them for.
Yeah,
but I would say at least in theory, their combat systems do require a level of skill.
yeah.
So like you sort of have to get good with it. Not so much with like the first 3 Elder Scrolls games where it's all about a roll of the dice, and that can. Like, I kind of don't like things like that being sort of left up to chance, because then it's sort of because like I think it makes it unfairly difficult.
No, I see your point there. Yeah.
I mean, I know people will say but it's like tabletop RPGs are all about using dice rolls. That's a tabletop game. This is a video game. They work differently. All right?
Yep, I agree.
I mean, like I even had trouble with that playing Baldur's Gate. Although that was actually, I'm trying to figure out what is. I mean, I do kind of have to admit though, I think I was just playing Baldur's Gate really badly because I didn't even get very far until my whole party died.
Oh, jeez.
Did you ever play it?
I played the PS2 version. I do have the PC version, but it's something I just never got around to getting on. And the PS2 version was more like a Diablo type thing.
Like, yeah, it was a top-down CRPG.
Yeah.
And that was the same like on the PS2 as well.
Yeah, it was more like more like you're playing Gauntlet or something. It was more action based than what the PC version is.
Oh,
And
really?
lots of people didn't like the PS2 version, but it was my introduction to the game, so I can't say anything too bad about it. It was fun for what it was.
Yeah. I think I remember playing. There was like one Baldur's Gate on the Xbox. I don't remember. Let me see if I can pull that up. It was
And
it was an
it might have been
Xbox.
they might have been the same versions. Let's see.
I'm pulling it up right now. It was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Was a
Yeah, I think
That was the one I played on. That was the one I played on Xbox.
that was on PS2 as well, was it? Is that the same one?
Yeah, it says it was on PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
So
that must have been.
action role-playing hack and slash. Okay, so it was a bit more like Diablo than the original Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, these were the ones I played. And I actually thought they were okay. Like I said, a lot of people didn't like these versions, but they come from the PC versions of Baldur's Gate, so I could understand, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I mean like that I mean that's fair. I mean if you kind of wanted something that was a more pure D&D experience, you'd want the PC version of Baldur's Gate, which I guess it captures the spirit a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe like I said, I think it was just down to me just not playing it well because I've literally never played Dungeons and Dragons in my life. And yet I'm surrounded by people who have been doing it for years.
I must confess, I've never. I know how it works, but it's not one that I've indulged in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, wow. Well, it's just like, although I will say, I kind of enjoy. I do kind of enjoy doing Werewolf the Apocalypse. It's one of my players, Forrest. He says like he prefers it because he finds it a lot simpler compared to D&D because, well, for one, D&D uses a D20, which you guys don't know what that is. It's a 20-sided dice, so the combat's a little bit more complex.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm just looking at the dice now.
Yeah, can you believe that? Like, you can actually get 20 sides onto a dice.
Well, they managed to. It's very small sides, though.
That's indeedy.
Yeah, I was just looking. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's also like a triangle one, and it's got seems to have like 3 numbers on each side.
Hmm?
I'm looking at this triangle one. Hold on, let me send you a screenshot.
All right, let me. Well, I'll
Yeah.
center it on you. I've got you centered.
Oh, okay. Come on, load. We're ready. Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure your screen? Wait, I know what you're doing. You're not screen sharing. You were gonna send me. You took a screenshot. And you're gonna send it to me through Facebook, aren't you?
Yeah, I am because I'm lazy.
Screen sharing's a little bit easier.
Yeah, but I have to do stuff, and I don't like doing stuff.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's the pyramid. Yeah, it's a pyramid one. Actually, I see one of those. That's a D10. Actually, a couple of those look like D10. Actually, no, that one of those is a D10. Yeah, one of those is a D10. There's a D20, a typical 6-sided die, a pyramid die, and an 8-sided one, and a 12-sided one.
I do like the way that 20-sided one looks, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like I don't know, maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just because of all my years of playing video games, where it was a little bit more skill. There was a little bit more skill. It's just like I don't. And like I said, you can dunk on Skyrim Oblivion for simplifying the combat, but I mean like, and maybe there's a good, and you know what? I would say there's a fair criticism there.
Yeah.
The the combat in the combat in Oblivion and definitely in Skyrim is a little bit too easy.
Especially if you make a good archer. I mean, you can just sniper everything to oblivion. No pun intended.
Yeah. So I mean, unless you really raise the difficulty, yeah, it's way too fucking easy.
Yeah.
But I would say like I think when you play it on its harder when you play it on its harder difficulty setting though, like there's more skill involved, takes a lot more thinking. Also the same with the Diablo, just because it was all done in real time. Like you had to think on your feet, you had to maneuver, it wasn't just whack, 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 whack until the thing is dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, you know what? I remember you grew up on playing JRPGs. They were turn based.
Yeah, most of them were like my biggest one was the Fantasy Star series. I didn't come into the Final Fantasy series until after 7, so I was a little late in that area. But also enjoy like the Breath of Fires in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so.
And one of my favorite RPGs for the old PlayStation was, of course, Legacy of Kain Blood Omen, and that was a hack and slash one.
Yeah. But here's just the thing, man. Like I know, like those old JRPGs, they were turn based. So like, why does it work there? Like, where's the challenge?
Um,
All right,
I
or rather, let me rephrase that because there's definitely a challenge in Morrowind's combat. But like I said, my biggest gripe with it is that it feels a little bit too. It just feels a little bit too stacked against you.
well, speaking, if I go with Fantasy Star 4, which is a fucking great, one of the best JRPGs out there. The enemies you really need to like plan your attacks. You can't just go in there like even if you're overpowered, if you're not careful, they will wipe you out. And they have like you got to keep your defenses up. You've got to keep your healing. In fact, if you don't care about spoilers, look up on Fantasy Star 4 on YouTube. Look at the boss, the Profound Darkness, which is the last boss, and you see how easy he'll like tear through your party and how you've got to be constantly rotating through, keeping your buffs up, keeping your healing, and keeping your attacking. You got to keep a good strategy because, like, if you go all out attacking, you're just going to get destroyed. It's all strategy. That's the challenge in it. Is thinking ahead.
Okay, so there's more strategy in like JRPGs, whereas like with Morrowind, it's just a little bit more. It's just a whole lot of chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no real risk factor in JRPGs. I mean, sometimes you get a hit and miss, but that's also depending on your character's build. So, that's an easy obstacle to overcome.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, even I remember like back in like when I mean I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy X, but I would say that the combat in that game was actually fairly challenging.
Yeah, that was, and because you had to rely on tagging in and out at the right times as well. I mean, you couldn't just stick with your 3 characters, you had to rotate. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the comment that was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It wasn't like I think like, if I remember correctly, like if you go back and say it's like Final Fantasy IV, like you could just pretty much settle on your preferred party members. Like I know a lot of people who just play with just Cecil, Riona, Kane, and fuck, who's the monk guy? I forgot his name.
Yang.
Yang. Yeah.
Yep.
There are people who will do that and it just works for them, and that's fine. Fine, but with Final Fantasy X, it just with Final. Sorry about that. I just got a
That's,
notification over Slack. With Final Fantasy X, though, it's like you got to make use of all the party members.
yeah, because you've only got one summoner. You've got, and she's also your healer. You got one black magic
Mage.
user. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Owen, he's like your hard hitter, but then you got Tejas, who's like your speed hitter. And then you
Yeah.
got Walker, he like, does the elemental and status change damage.
Yeah. You
And
also
then
you got not Yuffie. Fuck, I forgot her name. Rico.
Rico, she's the
Rico.
thief.
You got Rico. She's the thief. Thief.
Yep.
Well, she basically is a thief.
Yeah. I mean, she steals items, but she can also use them back on the enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like everyone, like all the characters can be used in one way or another.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She was really good for robot enemies because when she stole from them, they fell apart. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
she was
about
like a
that.
one hit. She was like a one hit kill for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, she's kind of broken there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you can. But yeah, like all the characters can be. You sort of have to know when to use the right character for the right situation. It actually makes you think a lot more strategically instead of just settling on just the 3 or 4 characters you actually like and using them exclusively.
Yep. Can we talk about the fucking one thing that breaks the entire game though? And it takes a lot to set up, but if you do it right, I mean, you're guaranteed a fucking victory from everything. And that's that Yojimbo fucking Guardian.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've got to enter his questions correctly and you got to pay him a shit ton of money. But once you do, you just summon him and it's instant victory for the rest of the game. And that's pretty fucking game breaking. Because that's how a lot of people beat all the sub bosses in that. I mean, it took them hours, but whatever.
Well, to be fair, it sounds like they make you work for it though, because you do gotta, like I say, you gotta answer his questions correctly and pay him a whole lot of money, and
Yeah,
that doesn't sound like something most people are gonna pull off. Fuck, I didn't even know you could do that until you told me.
no, yeah, you can do that. The thing is, like, when it gets to you got all your sub bosses and your dark aeons and your tournaments, and you have to max out your characters to do that. So if you've got Yojimbo and you answered his questions correctly, and you can just look up on a guide on how to do that, while you're leveling up your characters, you actually could be summoning him and paying him all this money, and he'll be at the point where, okay, I'm going to kill every enemy for you, no problem, before your characters are actually leveled up enough to beat the bosses fairly. So I consider that a bit game breaking.
No, it's a fair point. It's just like it is game. I don't disagree with you. It's just like
Yeah.
it's game breaking, but they make you at least work for it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, in Final Fantasy VIII, they had it with Odin, but he was more luck based on whether or not he comes out, so it was a bit fair there.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna disagree with you about it being game like I guess I think that's the best way I can put it. If you're gonna give me a game breaking item, at least make me work my ass off for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they do make you wait for it. You can't just get them and then, okay, I'm done with this game now. Just let him come out and kill everybody.
Yeah, not like this one weapons mod I got on Fallout 4 where it's basically this science fiction katana, and if you upgrade it, that thing does over 2,000 points of damage.
Holy shit! Oh god.
Yeah, that is the most game breaking weapon I have ever seen, and it's like it's so easy to get because it's a mod. You just got to go to the chem station and just craft it like that.
Damn.
And then you just go to a weapons bench and upgrade it, and boom, that's all you had to do.
Okay, that is crazy. Oh, wow.
But it's a mod. That's a different. It's not even
Yeah.
supposed to be in the game.
Yes. I guess you got to give some leeway for that as well. I mean, people come up with the craziest fucking mods, so there's no surprises there. Hey,
Yeah.
Mike.
Mike Whitaker's in the chat. Hi, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, like but yeah, But yeah, I mean, yeah, because like you can't really. It's game breaking as all fuck, but I don't think you can really count it just because it's a mod. It's not supposed.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the game to begin with,
Yeah.
and people are going to mod in game ways to break the game anyway if they
That
can.
is true.
That's just what modders will do.
I agree.
But yeah, at least in Final Fantasy VIII's case, like you said, it's luck based on whether or not you summon Odin, or with Final Fantasy X, you really got to work to get the Yojimbo Guardian. So
Yeah.
game breaking, but like I said, makes you work for it.
That it does.
So there's a little bit of a trade off.
Sure. You can't just get them and that's it. You're good for the game.
Nope. Actually, speaking of unfair, like, have you played any of the Souls games at all?
Souls games, which
Dark Souls.
Oh yeah. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, yep.
Like, do you consider those fair?
I consider them cheap. People say that they're difficult. I found them to be relatively cheap because, especially on your first playthrough, because how they get you is an enemy will just jump out at you when you're unprepared, and of course, that's a game where you've constantly got to be on your guard and ready to defend and attack. And when an enemy just springs out of the shadows and you're not prepared for you, that's how they get you.
Oh yeah. Here's something I gotta wonder about. Is it in
What's that?
Or one of do they follow like a set pattern? Like, if you've let me put it this way: could you, in theory, memorize the attack patterns and never get caught off guard? Because if that's the case, then it's not that the game's only difficult because they went because, like you said, they went the cheap route. It's more like because they'll place enemies in spots you're not going to see them coming the first time, but like the controls are my biggest gripe about Souls games. I think I remember Razor Fist talking about, like, it's also the hitboxes are also a little inconsistent, I think.
Yeah, there was some of them were. I think Bloodborne was really bad for that, but I haven't played that game.
I haven't either. Because I mean, like I don't consider myself a hardcore gamer. I never have. So forgive me if I don't feel like letting myself get punished to prove I'm a real gamer.
Yeah. If that's your thing, that's fine, but it's definitely not for everyone. People just want to play games for the fun of it. I mean, there's a challenge and then there's absurdity, and Demon Souls and Dark Souls definitely cross into the absurd area of gaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. But also based on playthroughs, the vibe I get is that, like, if you can if you sort of memorize the attack patterns, it gets kind of easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it could come down to trial and error. Once you've passed the error phase, I mean, it's
more like there's a like it's overcoming the difficulty curve.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, it's just like it's like once you get past. Dark Souls has a good 3D Metroidvania style. You know, I get the level design I can grant is really well done. But yeah, it's just But yeah, that's just kind of that's kind of a thing like that. I guess one thing I sort of really appreciated about Diablo 2 was kind of like because it's kind of similar in that it was really difficult, but I kind of liked it a little better because with Diablo 2, the levels were procedurally generated, meaning you were never getting the same game playthrough twice.
True.
So like you couldn't just it wasn't something where you could if you had everything committed to memory the first time you'd win. No. You go in for another playthrough, you're playing a completely different game with completely different enemies. I mean, you can call that cheap in one regard, but I don't know. I sort of like that it sort of keeps you guessing.
That's true. I think they were trying to get a bit of a survival horror type theme going in that, but
Oh yeah, I mean, like for one,
yeah,
it is a game where you're constant where you're fighting demons and all kinds of other horror shit. So yeah, I like that. Yes. While we're still on video games, you heard anything about the new Devil May Cry?
no, I've kind of stopped following Devil May Cry a while ago. I've heard it's good, but I'm really not that interested in it, to be honest.
I only get I haven't picked it up yet. I feel like I want to. About the most I've gotten was watching a stream where Van Candy played like the first couple hours. What I saw, I liked.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know. I think a lot of it though has come down to the fact that I just don't have money to buy new games. And who knows? Maybe like later down the line when I've got a little bit more extra money on my hands and a little bit more time, I'm sure I'll give it another go round. Mike says once you realize that the Souls games want to be adventures / MMORPGs, they're not really too difficult, but it's just juggling just makes it feel like a restrained Ocarina of Time rated M. That's an interesting comparison.
Yep.
One game I've got on my PC that I want to get around to finishing is Dawn of War. It's an real time strategy game set in the Warhammer 40K universe. And I've even got a bundle with all the expansions except Soulstorm because I heard Soulstorm sucked. Yeah. What I hear, it's good. It's a well designed game. It plays a little bit. It's got a lot of base building like Warcraft 3, so it's stuff I'm kind of used to. But it has its own. I think it's a little bit more challenging though. I've been trying the Dark Crusade expansion, which I've heard is like the definitive way. In Dark Crusade, you've got like.
You there? Oh crap, we've lost him again. I think.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
I got this down. You got like 6 races: Imperial Guard, Space Marines, Eldar, Tau, Orcs, Chaos. Yep, there we go. And you've got like you've got like this big like, world map where you sort of pick the where you pick the missions, and you've also got to you've also got to watch out for other armies too, though, because you're getting attacked on basically all sides, no matter who you pick. Yeah, Space Marines are fighting Imperial Guard. That does happen sometimes in Warhammer. Even though they're both supposedly on the same side.
Is there any incentive to get more Combat 11 guys? Probably not. I haven't even got to the 10th game, so
Yeah,
not interested in the 11th one at the moment.
I don't know if I will. I don't know. I've never been a big Mortal Kombat fan. So honestly, I'd rather download mods of the Pipeworks Godzilla games.
Well, I know one game that's coming out, which I'm actually looking forward to, and apparently it's going to be revealed this weekend at PAX East, and that's Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just a rumor at the moment, but there's supposed to be a trailer drop for it then, which should be interesting to see.
Yeah, man, I didn't think. Man, I thought they were kind of done with. Or Gearbox was done with Borderlands. Guess not.
No, they said that they've been teasing a third one for a while, but then they did that prequel sequel back in 2015 or 2016 or so, just to
Oh,
keep people's attention going.
oh yeah, and they also had that. They also had that Telltale game that I don't think anybody played.
No, I don't know much about that one, but yeah, apparently the official third game is coming, and hopefully we're going to get a trailer over the weekend. So be interested in seeing that one.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll probably be good. I might want to. If I had more money, if I had more money right now, I'd probably expanding the memory on my PC, and then just I probably would actually wait. Fuck it. You can't get Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC, I think.
Yes, you can.
No, you can. Oh yeah. Okay,
I'm
then
pretty sure it's on Steam.
Okay, then yeah, I would be getting Red Dead Redemption 2 on who and a bunch of other games I want to play if I had the time and money for it.
Yeah, that's the other fucking point, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't have I don't know, unfortunately I do not have either right now. I'm too busy making comics, guys.
I'm just gonna look up to this to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's on PC. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. What? Okay, I thought it was on PC, but
I could okay, so Red Dead Redemption 2 was a console exclusive, which that locks me out since I don't really do consoles much anymore.
Okay, let me just.
Honestly, though, I wasn't hit as hard as my buddy Cody was, because Cody's a huge Red Dead Redemption fan, and he was upset that they were. Well, actually, I think he was more upset that he just wasn't going to be able to. They just wasn't going to have time to play because he's been too busy working on Jack Irons.
I just looked it up. It is coming to PC, but it's not available yet. So yeah, there you go.
Got a little while before it comes out on PC. All right, that's fine.
I guess that's good. We might get the Game of the Year edition, and that'll save us a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that. Like once my wallet and schedule opens up a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm more interested in seeing if the rumors about the Grand Theft Auto 6 being back in Vice City are true. Because
really,
yeah, there's rumors that it's going to be in Vice City and a version of Africa, which is the drug trade, which can work in a Vice City type setting because it, of course, is based on Miami and the old 80s shows and shit. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah. But it won't be for a few years anyway. I mean, maybe 2022 if we're lucky. If we're lucky.
Yeah. If we're lucky. But yeah. once I get, I'm gonna be seeing if I'm gonna be picking up a few more drives for my PC so I can expand the memory, and then I'm gonna download, and then I'm gonna start downloading ROMs onto the Pipeworks Godzilla games.
Sweet.
That would, because and then once I have them, about the only thing I think, but the only problem I feel like I could see myself run into is getting the ROM for Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii, because I tried doing that. I'm gonna tell you, not as much as I tried figuring it out, not doable with a keyboard. I mean, let me put it this way: the menus worked, the movement controls worked, but I could not figure out how to make Godzilla punch something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so going to need a controller for that. So, although to be honest, I don't think you could play a fighting game on the PC with a keyboard really well anyway.
No, that's pretty hard to do, especially if you got to use your mouse as well. That's
Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I need getting a controller for the PC is something I need to get, especially considering I still haven't beaten Space Marine, because I've tried playing Space Marine with a keyboard. It's doable, but I don't recommend doing it.
frustrating.
That thing shows it was intended to be. That shows it was intended to be played with a controller. Yeah. So yeah. Also I probably also could play Shadow Warrior 2 a lot easier with a controller as well. I've actually been enjoying that game. It's actually, I got it for free off of GOG when it was on when they put it up as a free download.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's actually got a pretty good sense of humor. There's a lot of references to there's a lot of pop culture references in it, but it's not exactly what I would call like obnoxious about it. It's kind of like Saints Row humor, where it's being all like tongue in cheek.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. I'll probably get Sekiro 2, but there was something garish about realistic-looking levels acting like an island in a sea of JPEGs. I'm gonna have to look that up because I haven't. Because that interests me. I think Sekiro's another game by the people who make the Souls games, but it's like supposed to be set like medieval Japan, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's medieval Japan type Demon Souls would be a good way to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely say this. They've definitely figured out their formula.
That's true. That is true. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they've figured out their formula and it's working for them. All they gotta do is make the combat super difficult, and they can basically go anywhere with it, from what the looks of it are. All right. Plus it's streamlined with a jump button. Well, that's awesome. Actually, something to follow up from last year. Not last year, last week. I like after after last week's show, I sent you links to Comic Central for Rags. Have you gotten a chance to download any of them?
No, but I'm gonna be holding on to that link.
The link's still up. The link's still up there,
yeah. Yeah, I added it to favorites anyway, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you don't get. Yeah, it's just you don't get paid. Not until you get paid, but still like. Yeah, it's just something I wanted to ask you about. Just I think we're about to fast approach the time where we can call it good because it's about to be 5 o'clock, and I know you've got things to do.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we will. All right, so I guess we'll leave off on keep your eyes out on April 5th for the Mythoverse Kickstarter. I will definitely be pimping the fuck out of that when it goes live on this show and everywhere else I can. And me and Dinte will see you guys next week.
Yep. Take care.
All right. And